Alright, today was a really long day. It's day 146. Today we had OMM in the morning for an hour. It was kind of comical because we were supposed to have a quiz. However, our instructor didn't know that he only had an hour to do his lecture, so he used the first hour for his lecture, and then he was going to use the second hour that we normally have to give us our quiz. So we didn't end up taking our quiz until afternoon when we went to the lab. So that was kind of funny because he was like, why is the other professor here, blah blah blah. Anyways, we had a quiz in our fundamentals of treatment today, a 10-point quiz on just kind of some of the mechanisms of drugs, just some of the different definitions, and then different graphs that show potency and different things about how drugs work. And then we're going to learn about pharmacokinetics and different things about different drugs that will need to be taken to effect or taken into account when we look at pediatrics patients, where we may have to formulate a dose, figure out how much of a dose we're going to give them, an antibiotic or whatever, to make sure we give the correct dose. Anyways, so we had that MLM and then an hour of lecture. Then we had lunch. And then after lunch we had clin med, where we went over OSCEs. In our third year, in between our third and fourth year, we have a second part of our board, step 2, with a PE, which is like the physician's element, where you go in and you actually see patients, standardized patients, and they see how well you interact and diagnose and things like that. And our school is trying to get us prepped to kind of start thinking along those lines. So we're doing a head-to-toe physical with standardized patients here in the next couple months. Everyone in our class will do it over the next 6 to 8 weeks, and then we'll also do a focused exam on the abdomen, just kind of learning the different stuff there, so we're comfortable doing it with a standardized patient, and then learning to write SOAP notes, which is pretty much when the patient comes in, you write down things that they say, things that you observe, and then your diagnosis and treatment. So we're learning that kind of stuff. That's what we went over in clin med today. It was kind of a review of some of the stuff we've done previously. And then in OMM we learned a couple more cervical techniques for the first 2 cervical vertebrae, and how to adjust those. Yeah, that was really cool. The OMM chair of our school, I had him take a look at one of my ankles. Felt like it was kind of sticking, like my range of motion wasn't as well as it should have been. Had him take a look today. He did some treatment on it, and it was actually really beneficial. Helped me as far as my gait, walking differently. My foot seemed to be more inverted than normal, and it seems that after the treatment that I got today, did quite a bit for it. So that was really cool to just kind of see some of the other techniques we haven't learned yet, as he kind of just went real quick, figured it out, solved it, and was really cool. So that was enjoyable today. Now I'm going to head to sleep. We've got a couple hours of lecture tomorrow, and then on Friday we have our exam for this fundamentals of treatment, and the class is over, and then we have spring break. So I'll be studying quite a bit this week, late nights, to get ready for that exam. But yeah, so we'll see.